Hello, my name is Tasfaye. We are here in Dallas, Texas at Debre Merat St. Michael EOTC at NASSU's 25th anniversary conference. We are here gathered with many people from all over the states to join in this amazing celebration as our Sanbat Timurthites come together to share ideas, to share knowledge, and of course to praise God all in one setting. Behind me we have some of our Sanbat Timurthites performing a warab, and as you'll see within this video, many other interviews as well as kind of an overview of what this conference looks like and what you all have missed out, but hopefully we'll get the chance to see at the next conference. To the video. Now we're starting the portion of our video where we're going to be talking to people that have traveled here for this conference and trying to get their experience from this 3-day event. Hi, who am I here with?
My name is Musa Dakmawi.
All right, where are you from?
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
And where do you serve?
I serve at Debre Merat Church.
So I heard this is your first time here at NASSU?
Yes, it's my first conference.
So what kind of, what are some things that you took away from this conference and how do you feel as it is your first time?
I was really excited. So as I mentioned, this is my first NASSU conference, and so coming from Seattle, we do have a big Sanbat Timurthites presence in Seattle. But coming out here and seeing other developed Sanbat Timurthites being able to discuss with other youth about their developments in their communities, and just even seeing other people, because I'm in college right now, just even seeing other college youth attending these conferences, traveling to be at church, it's very exciting and it's very motivating for me also. That means like our service has meaning and it's working, and it's a lot part to like these programs at NASSU, so I'm really excited for that.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you decided to come.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Hi, who am I here with?
I'm Baruch Toussaint.
All right, where are you from?
I'm from Minnesota.
Okay, what church do you serve in Minnesota?
It's at Ariam Kedis Selassie.
Okay, is this your first time being at a NASSU conference before?
No, this would be my second.
Oh, okay. So how has this experience been?
It's been fun. I've met a lot of new people. There's been very nice sermons and a lot of mazmur, so I've liked this so far.
Absolutely. How does this differ from your first NASSU conference that you've attended?
Well, my first NASSU conference, it was like my first, so I guess I was kind of shy, but like now I've met more people. There's a lot more mazmur and stuff that I'm kind of involved in, so It was fun.
Nice. Speaking of involvement, what exactly were you involved in here in this conference?
Well, there was a play that my church did that we've been practicing for a while, so it was fun to do that. Yeah.
How did you feel when that was like executed and seeing that come to part?
It was a bit scary at first, but I think it turned out really well, and I was glad to be a part of it.
Hi, who am I here with?
I'm Afomia.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Where are you from?
I am from Minnesota.
Okay, what church do you serve?
I serve at Ariam Kedis Selassie.
Nice. Yes. Is this your first NASSU conference?
This is actually not my first NASSU conference. I've been going since I was like pretty much a baby.
Oh wow, so you have much experience in these conferences.
Yeah.
I love to hear it. So how do you feel now that you're here in Dallas? What do you think of this conference so far?
So far, I think it's going pretty great. It's been my first time in Dallas in a while. I like the experience. I like how the growth I've seen in NASSU while growing up with it as well. It's pretty much been like my second home to me, seeing like all my friends and my family. NASSU has just been one of those trips I've been always excited for at the end of the month. And I've seen a lot of growth, a lot of ups and downs with it. But there's always something positive at the end.
Right.
So yeah, I'm always great to see that.
I love that.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like this conference has been maybe different from the conferences before?
I feel like there's, from last year's conference and this year's, there's been a lot of differences, especially with time management and not making things like long, you know. Like especially with the youth group and everything. Last year's youth group, it was great, but I feel like there's a lot of potential for this year's. And I love how like the Dallas like youth are like active and like they're ready to work with everybody and like they're just so welcoming. And I felt like there's like a lot of differences in between last year's conference and past as well, and from this year's as well.
I love to hear it.
Yeah.
How would you rate this conference here in Dallas on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll rate it like a 9.2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why so?
Why so? Cause I don't know, Dallas like I don't know, it's just like it gives like home vibes, you know?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, like the people are welcoming. Like I feel like connected with the church and everything, and it feels good to be here.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course,
and
thank you
you
for having
for
us.
coming for another NASSU year.
No problem.
All right. Hi, who am I here with?
Eo Shimi.
Where are you from?
I am from Minnesota.
And where do you serve?
I serve at Deborah Dus Urad.
Okay. Is this your first time coming to a NASSU event?
This is not my first time.
How many times have you done before this?
This is my third time, so I've done 2 before this.
Oh, okay. How has this conference been maybe different from the ones that you've been to in the past?
I'd say definitely a lot more people, a little bit more structured, I'd say. Definitely enjoyed a lot of the programs, a lot of the activities that's been going on, especially the discussion group within the youth. So I definitely really enjoyed those. I think those were pretty good, and I think it's kind of separated from the rest.
All right, nice. Compared to maybe last year's events, what do you think is or allows more of the youth to kind of come together and talk about discussions and have discussions about things that maybe aren't talked as much within our group?
I think having the leaders that Dallas has here, some of the older diaconate and Muzamaran, or even those who don't serve in the Sunday school but who still help out, I think having those type of leaders is what made it just a little bit more special, which is easier to have those conversations because they've done this already for so long within their own state. So doing it with others is just nothing new, and just also the genuine like curious love that they have for us, that wanting to help back for our parishes back home. This is what separates. I think that's what makes it really special.
Love to hear it. And then finally, how would you rate this conference on a scale of 1 to 10 and why?
Oh, I'd say 9.5.
Okay.
Only because nothing's perfect, but I really enjoyed the time here.
Okay.
The weather, not so much, but everything else has been great. I've enjoyed it so far. Can't complain yet.
All right, sounds great. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you to you.
Hi, who am I here with? Where are you from and what church you serve at?
I'm Nathan. I go to Mariam, and I'm from Washington, D.C. And
Is this your first time at NASSU?
this is my second time at NASSU. I was there last year when it was in Virginia.
How do you feel that now it's come to a different state and you got to travel?
It was a nice experience. You know, I've never been to Dallas before or a church in Dallas, so it was very nice. So far, it's like a good experience for me.
And how do you feel like this conference has gone?
Amazing. I met a lot of new people. The church, the people here are like very welcoming, you know. The discussions we were having, like it's like really, it's not a good argument, but it's like you could talk to people like willingly
Right.
about stuff. Like you're not gonna get hated or like
All these things. That's good.
so far so good.
All right, thank you for coming and thank you for having us. Hi, who am I here with?
My name is Dagon Khalil.
And where are you from?
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Where do you serve in Seattle?
Deborah Salam Kudus Mikhail.
Okay. This is your first time coming to a NASSU conference?
No, I've been going since I was a kid.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. So how has this year been maybe different from the years in the past?
It's been different because I would say like the last couple of years, like the youth has been like getting integrated like very nicely with like kind of like the things that the adults have been going through. Before, usually it would just be like we'd be like in different buildings and like learn like kind of like an English sermon. But this year it's kind of been different because I like how they've kind of been integrating like the older kind of kids that speak English, kind of like the adults a little bit, and they've kind of been given like a mixture of English and like Amharic kind of sermons within like one of our the sermons that we just had earlier about like kind of like servanthood and those kind of things, and how they kind of mixed it in with Amharic and English was really nice. So yeah, so the difference is more of just like the integration is getting better. So yeah.
I love to hear it.
Yeah.
How would you maybe promote the NASSU conference to people that have never been before?
I would promote it as in like it's just a nice way to kind of get like your foot into Sunday school. I would say like NASSU is not something
that is like something that has to be where you have to be very part of your Sunday school at home, and then like then you can come to NASSU. I think NASSU is the type of place where you go here to learn about the Sunday school, and then you can start getting a little bit more involved when you go back home. So it's a nice place to kind of like learn more about Sunday school. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In the conference, Diakon Robert, who taught multiple times, really talked about service. How has service been such an important part of your life within the church, and how do you think that will hopefully grow from here on out?
It's funny that I was in his group that we're talking about upstairs yesterday, and he kind of brought up the fact that about how like burnout is something that kind of happens to all of us. I feel like especially as a deacon, you kind of get burnout, especially because in my church especially, we're like the first batch of young deacons that happened like 2017. So like we were like the only kids there, so like we really got run into the ground a little bit. But with a bunch of like the younger deacons now coming in and like helping out, I feel like it's helped with the burnout a lot more. But also just being able to like realize that like servanthood like is not just about what you do, but it's also what you feel inside, because you feel that like you get blessed because knowing that you're working through even through the burnout and you're still serving, it's like a big blessing that you'll get from God.
Hi, who am I here with?
Gabby,
And where do you go?
Minnesota.
All right, what church do you serve at?
I serve at Debre Birhan Qudus Urail Qudus Kidan Amrit Church.
Awesome. Is this your first time being at a NASSU conference?
My second time being at a NASSU conference, but going out of state for a NASSU conference, yes, this is my first time.
Lovely. So how has this been compared to the other conference that you've been to?
I think the last conference I went to was Minnesota, so it was really good. I think I met a lot of good people. The weddings were really nice. I just remember like a lot of zamare. But this one I think I really love because we got to connect with the youth more. We talked about issues that were very much a necessary topic in our church, I would say, with the adults and the youth in mind. So I feel like we've just been having like fruitful conversations all around, and I'm just really excited to be here.
I love to hear it. How would you maybe put out the NASSU conference to other people that have never been?
I think I would encourage them to come by, telling them that they might meet people that are just like them, or people that could teach them about their faith, or just learn more about what service means to them and just how they can better serve God within their church. So yeah, if they're looking to do any of those things, I think this would be a great place to start.
Awesome. Hi, who am I here with?
My name is Diakon Sami.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dallas, Texas.
And where do you serve?
I serve at Makana Salam Qudus Mikhail wa Qudus Kiran Beta Christian.
All right. Is this your first NASSU conference?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
First national one.
All right. All right. How has this been for you so far?
It's been a great experience. I really love it. I love the Hibrot. Everyone coming together to fellowship, to sing together, to worship God, and to learn about Him as well. So I don't know, it's a great conference.
Love to hear it. Now I know that you were a discussion lead. How did those discussions go for you?
Yeah, I really loved, that was probably my favorite part, the discussions. I was leading a couple of groups, 16 and 18 and 19 and above as well. And it's good to hear their perspective on what service is to them, their struggles and the solutions that they brought up for themselves. It's very eye-opening, and it's a good check-in to see how the next generation is going, and what we can do to help them as well.
All right, love to hear it. What are some things that you realized that was like a common brought up points, maybe when it became to service or when it came to like conflicts that they were seeing within their church?
I hear a lot of people burning out. I feel like once they start service, they get put into a lot of things at the same time. Then after a short amount of time, they burn out, or the spiritual fire runs out. At first, when you start serving, everyone has a lot of passion, a lot of fire to serve as much as they can. And once that fire burns out, then they're lacking the internal motivation to actually serve. So I saw that as a common theme.
All right. And do you think the conversations that you had with either age group discussion, do you think that those solutions maybe that y'all brought up will actually become fruitful in the states that they take them to?
Yeah, God willing. I mean, this isn't, it's not the first time these things are happening. I feel like every generation has experienced this. It's happened before. It's going to continue happening. It's good to just pass down the experience from above down to the next generation. So I think, God willing, it will be fruitful in the future.
Hi, who am I here with?
My name is Anania.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dallas, Texas, born and raised.
All right. And where do you serve?
I serve at Makana Salam Kudus Mikhail Kudus Kirana Barat.
All right. Is this your first time here at a NASSU conference?
My first time ever at a NASSU conference.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay, so how has this conference been going for you?
I think for me, I look at it from a lens of as a servant. I've never served at like my Sunday school. I've always served as a deacon. To kind of see all of the states of the United States coming together for one big conference, you don't see this happening a lot.
Right.
You may see it for youth conferences, but adults to come together and to just talk, to praise God and honor God and learn more about how can they serve God better. I think it's been nice. I've been learning a lot. I've been helping, I've been serving as well, so it's been an amazing experience so far.
I love to hear it. Now I know that you were actually leading some discussions tailored towards the youth programs. How did those discussions go for you?
The discussions were great. One of the things that we always emphasize is how we can be a living sacrifice to God, right? Every service that we have to offer has to be a living service, and it was based upon Romans chapter 12, verse 1. And the discussions were great. I think there was a lot of youth that were very expressive in how they feel about their service. A lot of people talked about burnout in service. A lot of people talked about balancing work, balancing school, and balancing church service as well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people to have wiyat, like to talk to each other. And I think at the end of the discussions, people were like, dang, like, it's not just me who thinks like this. There's also other people who think like this or maybe are going through the same thing. So I think for me as a discussion leader, it allowed me to understand, although I'm asking the questions and trying to make it an engaging conversation, it allowed me to understand that people actually love these type of discussions. The discussions allow us to grow, understand that there's other people who also feel the way that we feel.
1000%. Do you think that the discussions that y'all had in those rooms, do you think that once people go back to their states, go back to their ordinary daily serving lives, do you think that the solutions that y'all created in those rooms will hopefully bear fruit in the places that they're at?
You know, that's the biggest problem, not just in service, but in the world. We have this concept of we will talk about problems, we will come up with solutions, but we have a hard time incorporating those solutions that we have come up with.
Yeah.
It's always about, let's do this, we're all motivated, we're all gonna do this, and then when we go back to our respective states, we're like, that spark is not there no more.
Yeah.
So my hope is that we do it, but I think it takes every individual to say, whatever we talked about, it was not for talk. It was not for like, oh, let's get this motivation going, but rather like it's something that we're going to commit to. There's this term that a lot of people use. It's called mental masturbation. What that is people feed themselves a lot of good stuff and make themselves feel good, and they don't do anything. I don't want the conference to be that. It's not just we feed our minds a bunch of jargon and then we don't do anything about it. So hopefully, yes, we incorporate them, but I think it takes every individual to say, what I learned here today, I have to apply it.
Absolutely.
And I think leaders also listening is an important thing. I know today we talked about leaders within Sunday schools and leaders anywhere. The leaders also being engaged and hearing the opinions of the people that they're serving alongside with. So hopefully, yes, I pray to God it happens.
I do as well. Thank you so much for joining me.
Definitely, thank you so much. I love NASSU. I hope it's in Dallas next year. I'm gonna come right back to it.
Right?
Lik Atabab Takle Sirak, who serves here in Dallas, Texas at Deborah Barhan Qaddis Selassie. And we're just going to be talking about the conference really briefly. Salam Neta and Desant.
ራይስተልኝ እንደታለስ ይሆን
ሁሉን እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን። አሁን ለዚህ ኮንፈረንስ መጀመሪያዎት ነው የሄዱት ለናሱ?
አዎ ዘንድሮ የመጀመሪያ ነው። ያው ሰማለሁ እንደሚደረግ ግን የተለያየ ስቲስ ስለሚደረግ እጃ አላቅም ነበር። ዘንድሮ ግን መጀመሪያ ጊዜ ተገኝቻለሁ።
ኦኬ አሁን በዚህ ኮንፈረንስ ምን ተሰማት? ምን አይነት ኦፍ ኮርስ ወረብ ፐርፎርም ተደርጓል፣ መዝሙር ተደርጓል፣ በሌላም አይነቶች አቀርበዋል። እንዴት ምን ተሰማት?
በጣም ደስ የሚል ነው። እኔ እንግዲህ በደስታ ነው የተሰማኝ። ለስሜት ደስ ያለኝ ምንድነው ወረብ በመቅረቡ የተለያዩ ነገሮች በመቅረባቸው አይደለም። በመጀመሪያ ደረጃ ወጣቱ ትውልድ ለሃይማኖትና ለቤተክርስቲያኑ ትኩረት ሰጥቶ ከእያንዳንዱ ስቴት መጥቶ ተሰባስቦ ስለ ቤተክርስቲያኑ መወያየቱ መምከሩ እጅግ በጣም የሚያስደስተኝ ነገር ነው። ይሄ ደግሞ በተለይ ናሱ ማህበረ ቅዱሳን የመሳሰሉት ማህበራት ድልድዮች ናቸው፣ መካከለኛዎች ናቸው። ለትልልቁ ሰውም ሩቅ አይደሉም፣ ወደታች ላለውም ደግሞ ሩቅ አይደሉም። ስለዚህ ሚዲዬተር ነው የምትሉት በእናንተ። ስለዚህ እንደዛ ስለሆኑ የበለጠ ለቤተክርስቲያኒቱ ትልቅ ስራ መስራት ይችላሉ። በእንግሊዝኛ ቋንቋ ለሚናገረው በአማርኛ ቋንቋ ለሚናገረው መካከለኛ ሆነው ጥሩ ስራ መስራት ይችላሉ እና እነሱ ተሰብስበው ይህን ያክል ቁርጠኝነት ለቤተክርስቲያናቸው ያላቸውን ፍቅር በማየት እጅግ በጣም ደስ ብሎኛል።
አሁን ስለ መጀመሪያ ስለሆነ በዳላስም ስለሆነ ነው ኦፍ ኮርስ የተገኙት። ግን አሁን ለሌላ ሰዎች ያልመጡም በዳላስ ወይም ከሌላ ስቴቶች ያልመጡት ለነሱ በሚቀጥለው አመት ናሱ እንደገና ሲመጣ እንዲሄዱ ምንድነው የሚሉት?
እኔ ምንድነው በተቻለ መጠን እንደዚህ አይነት ጉባኤዎች ጠቃሚዎች ናቸው። ለህይወት ለውጥ የሚያመጡ ናቸው። ለቤተክርስቲያን ትልቅ ለውጥ የሚያመጡ ናቸው። ስለዚህ የሚችል ሁሉ እንዲህ አይነት ጉባኤዎችን መሳተፍ አለበት ብዬ አምናለሁ። ያው የኑሮው ሁኔታ ካልገደበው ካልቸገረው በስራ ምክንያት በኢኮኖሚም ቢሆን የግድ አቅም የሚጠይቅ ነገር ስለሆነ በዛ ምክንያት ካልሆነ በስተቀር ማንኛውም የቤተክርስቲያን ልጅ ይህንን ጉባኤ ሊሳተፍበት ይገባል ብዬ ነው የማምነው።
በቃ እናመሰግናለን።
እኔም አመሰግናለሁ። መልካም ጊዜ።
So as you can see from the amount of people that we got to talk to from all over the states and even here in Dallas, this conference, the NASSU 2025 anniversary actually, here in Dallas has truly been a fruitful conference. Everyone has enjoyed it, gotten to take so many amazing experiences back to the home states and hopefully many solutions to the problems that they find at their churches. Hopefully everyone that is here at NASSU got a chance to meet lots of different people from all over the United States and got to take away some amazing things about service, whether it was from the warabs, the mazmurs, the hymns, the plays, and everything in between that was performed and that was given. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic time, as I know that I did, especially as someone that only got to do it for her very first time. And for everyone that got to be here, thank you for coming, and everyone that's watching, thank you for watching.